Hey everyone, welcome back. Let's begin today's journey as we head into the Orava region, a place known for its stunning nature, quiet surroundings, and the iconic Orava castle. We started our journey here from Kralovani, and which is known for its scenic landscapes and serves as a gateway to the Orava region. Today's video is going to be a mix of scenic views and a bit of exploring all the way. Brace yourself because your eyes are about to experience something unforgettable. Our first stop was at Kralovanske Jezero, a really eye-pleasing water body surrounded by greenery and the mountains. The water here is so still, reflecting the surroundings beautifully, and the whole place had such a relaxing atmosphere. From there, we got back on the road and continued our journey towards Orava Castle. We passed through small villages, open landscapes, and winding roads that go through the heart of the Orava region. Along the way, you are constantly surrounded by nature, river flowing nearby, green hills, trees, and the mountains in the distance. The roads are quiet and everything feels laid back, which makes the drive even more enjoyable. It's not rushed at all, just a smooth scenic ride where you can really take in all the surroundings. And there it is, Orava Castle, standing high on the cliff above the river. The way it rises above, everything around it looks absolute incredible and instantly grabs your attention. Welcome to Oravsky Rad. Orava Castle is one of the best preserved medieval structure not only in Slovakia but in all of Europe, with origins dated back to early settlements and its first mention in 1267. Built as a defensive fortress and later expanded under King Matthias Corvinus. The first thing comes to mind when you see the castle is wow, it looks like something straight out of a movie. In fact, a lot of movies were filmed here, including the famous vampire film Nosferatu, where this castle was used as Dracula's home. This is the defensive ward between the first and the second gateway, designed to control entry and strengthen the castle's defenses. This narrow passage through the southern bastion was the part of the castle's defense, helping manage access and movement between sections. Today you can see old chariots displayed here, giving a glimpse into how people once moved and transported goods back in the days. Our exclusive tour guide for today's journey is one of our dearest friends, Mr. Powell, who is also from Orava region, drove us all the way from Kralovani to Orava to another beautiful location which we will be exploring after this castle tour. So stay tuned until the end of the journey. Now we are heading through the third gateway and into the central courtyard, which is basically the heart of the castle. From here, you can access different parts of the castle, including the residential sections, exhibition rooms, and pathways leading further up to the upper castle. This area would have been a very busy space back in the day. And now we are heading towards the floor of Turzo's palace, along with the castle armory. This section of the castle was developed during the time of the Turzo family, who played a big role in shaping Orava Castle into what we see today. Inside, you can find displays of old weapons and armor, giving a glimpse into how the castle was defended centuries ago. We are now entered the first castle gallery, renovated after 1800 with 19th century furniture. Inside, you can also see historic portraits of Orava's administrators. Now we are moving through the castle salons. This is the first salon where we can see 18th century Baroque furnitures. Next is the Red Salon, filled with neo-Gothic furniture and historic wall painting showing views of Orava Castle. Then we enter the salon of Thurzo family where you can spot Renaissance coats of arms. Then we enter the salon of Thurzo family, where you can spot a Baroque chest and even a historic clavichord along with exhibits connected to Thurzo family history. Finally, the ladies' salon features Biedermeier style furniture, a 19th century piano, and even an original historical toilet built into the wall, showing how daily life looked in the castle. Now, we are in the Western Bastion, built back in the 1540s for defense. The walls here are super thick, around 4 to 5 meters, and they actually help protect parts of the interior, including the old wooden ceilings. Orava Castle isn't just about history, it has its creepy stories too. One of them tells of a noble lady who was killed for protecting a server, and it's said her spirit still wanders these halls, quietly watching over everything. There are certain sections of the castle where filming was not allowed, so we recommend you to visit personally to experience. We are making our way up the spiral stairs to the Western Bastion terrace, and it's about to get really good from here. And here we are on the terrace of the Western Bastion. From here you can get a really great view of the upper parts of the castle and the entire structure from below, which looks absolutely amazing. This area was originally covered but later opened up for defensive use. Looking around, you can spot Shivanis Hill to the west, which was once used for executions. You can see the Malafatra mountains as well. We are heading towards the second castle gallery, but filming wasn't allowed inside, so we had to stop recording here. Now we are back in the central courtyard, where you can see people heading further up into the upper castle, while others are just enjoying the views and atmosphere around. Middle here is the castle well to solve the problem of water supply. From here, we moved into the old kitchen area, which now displays historical justice system and torture instruments. You can see things like wooden restraints, racks and other tools that were used back in the days. There is even a small prison cell showing how prisoners were kept. It's definitely a darker part of the castle history, but it gives a real insight into how things were handled centuries ago. In the further rooms, we can see old outfits and dresses worn by rulers and normal people. Here you can see the armor worn by a soldier or a guard in the 18th century. This is the armorial room, once used as a library. Today, it's filled with coats of arms from different regions and noble families. More from Orava Castle and other beautiful locations in this region coming up in the next episode. Before we wrap up, here is a quick glimpse of what's coming next. And a big shout out to our friend Mr. Powell for joining us and taking the time to show us around the region. Really appreciate it. If you are new to the channel, make sure to check out our previous series and videos and subscribe for more content like this. Thank you for watching and make sure to like, share, comment and subscribe, and see you in the next one.